Hey, what's up? This is Sarah Lee Day, and you're watching another episode of Dubsado Tidbits, the things you need to know about Dubsado delivered in bite-sized pieces. Last time we started talking about the forms area, and today we're going to move on from contracts to sub-agreements. Now, a sub-agreement is very similar to a contract. You're going to have the same building block elements over here that you can use to create your sub-agreement, and that includes initials and signature areas. The first thing you're going to do is you want to name it, and this name is client facing, so make sure that whatever name you choose is something that is going to make sense to your clients and it's not just some internal form name. Then you're just going to build out the rest of the agreement according to the way that you're going to use it. Common uses of sub-agreements are for things like a contract amendment, if you need to make changes to it or add additional scope of work or something. A lot of people use it as a proof form. This sample is actually set up that way as a proof. You can see that there are two different designs here. There's a question here about which one is your favorite and a place for them to leave feedback. This is a very popular option, especially among creatives who have a product that they are going to work on, design, build for their client, and then send it to them for feedback and approval and some information. This is a great way to use that form because you can get a signature on it, and that makes it feel a little more binding because they're actually signing off on the designs that you've sent them. Now up here under settings, you have expiration date. You can set that as relative to the job start date, the job end date, or the time that this agreement was applied to the job. You can set it as a fixed date. So if you always want these to expire on a certain date, you can select that date and time here. Then you have no expiration, and that just means that there's not an expiration date on it. Now you can always customize this information within individual projects, but this is just setting up your template so that you have a baseline to work with, and it's going to be set for whatever is most common in your business. Next you have question styling, including your font. There's lots of different fonts in here you can choose from, and your default font size, and your default font color. You can use the color swatch here, or if you know your hex code, you can just type that in here. Next you've got a completion alert, and what that is as soon as someone finishes filling out and signing your sub-agreement, it's going to pop up with a confirmation window or a completion window that basically has this message in there. Could be thank you for completing this, we'll get back to you, or whatever makes sense for your business. If you don't put anything in here, there is a default completion alert that will pop up, but the messaging may not really be on brand for you. So you might want to consider putting in a completion alert for you that's custom to your business. Down here at the bottom, you have privacy settings. You can set this to public or private. A public setting is probably the more common way to go because it's easier for the clients to access, and it's not going to require them to sign in or add a password or anything like that. Whereas private, you're going to have to have the client portal set up and a password set for your portal and your form. And the client will have to actually sign into the portal in order to access the form and complete it. Now at the top here, you also have your save button. Very important that you always remember to save. And under the save button, you actually have 3 additional options to save and close, which will close this form out after saving changes. You can save as if you want to make changes to this template but then save it as a new copy, and then save and preview, which will save your information and then open it as a static document that you can look at, and it's not this editable version. Or you can always just click save and it will save the form and let you continue editing. Alright, that's it for today's tidbit. For more information about receiving updates, requesting future episodes, or getting help with your own Dubsado account, check out the links in the description below this video or visit sarahleeday.com. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.